that world heavyweight float. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure foe. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this micro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. You came prepared, now get ready for the show. Introduce the Ballin' Bud 703 Boys Crew, Clubber D, Dirty Mojo, Shane Peach, and the Sports Professor. Welcome to Sunday Showdown. Yes, you came in clapping. I didn't expect that from everybody. That caught me off guard. Yo, what up, friends? Welcome. Apparently all my friends are really happy to be here today. Or that was a coordinated effort. I'm not sure which, but I like it either way.
No, it's a song. It was a song. It's props for the song.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah. We welcome y'all in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sunday Showdown, your best NFL college news, game recaps, and picks. As always, here with my brothers, Clubber D, the Combat G, Dirty Mojo, and Shane Peachomania. You can find him at Peachomania on X. You can find Clubber D's YouTube at Clubber D, as well as his TikTok. It's up there in that handy QR code there as well, where you can find our link tree with all our socials. Dirty Mojo does not want you to find him on social media, so you will not find him. Clubber, what'd you think about that UFC stream we had last night?
It was amazing. It was very fun. I hopefully they have us back doing that again, but that was pretty cool, especially having those fighters on, interviewing them, and kind of all on the same page when a knockout happened. It was like, oh, look at that, so hopefully we get Torres on. He's a Falcons fan. He's a Georgia Bulldog fan, so hope we can get him on one day for some football talk.
Hey, shout out Therese Finney and Johnny Munoz, two UFC fighters on the show with us last night. It was great to talk to him. And I just hit up Therese on Instagram and let him know we were going to bring him on soon. So, all right, well, let us get up into it. It was a great week of football. Man, what a bunch of down to the wire games all weekend. But as always, let's go ahead and start with the Thursday night game. Let me go ahead and bring the schedule up here, gentlemen. So we see here, this is our week 11 schedule. So you can see we have the Jets and Patriots. That was on Thursday. As we know, the Patriots put a whooping on them. They dominated most of the game, 27-14 win. Not much to say about the Jets here, more all about the Patriots and how they are now 9-2 on an 8-game win streak. Clubber D, we'll start with you on this Thursday night game. How did you feel about the Jets and the Patriots?
Well, I feel like this game, yes, the Patriots did dominate them because their run stop defense is ridiculous, but they still, if the Jets had a more competent quarterback, they would have been, they would have been in the game. They would have won. You know what I'm saying? Or not at least, I don't know if they would have won, but they would have, made it more competitive. The game was close. So I think it's about time to put in Tyrod. Go Hokies.
always the hokey angle. I love it. But for real though, we've been talking about Drake May as a very well evolved second year player now, and he is just blooming under Mike Vrabel's offense there. And I know Tennessee, they are pissed that they let Mike Vrabel go, but that was more on ownership. Dirty Mojo, what'd you think about that Thursday night game?
Well, it's the game that they had to win, and the game that they did win to keep up the momentum. Their final 6 games that they got going on there. They got the Bengals, the Giants, the Jets, and Miami again. The two toughest teams that they got to play is Buffalo at home, and then they have to go to Baltimore. So, this is a team right now that they could probably finish the season with maybe just 3 losses, because I don't see them losing to Cincinnati, the Jets, Miami, or even the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they split one of those against the Buffalo and Baltimore. Maybe they lose both of those, but even if they do, that still just puts them at a 4 losses. So they had to do what they had to do. They went in, they beat the Jets at home. So It's a good win for them. Keep the momentum up, man. What's it, like 8 straight now? I mean, these guys they're fucking rolling.
8 straight. It's a divisional game. Like you said, you have to beat the Jets. You have to win this division game, Peach. They are now 5-0 in the division, clear first place. Trayshawn Henderson came out, had 2 TDs. Just an overall really good looking offense. What did you think?
I think they're a very well coached team. I mean, they don't make mistakes. They don't, waste timeouts. I mean, they're just a very good team on both sides of the ball. Drake May continue to do what Drake May's done all year, and that's be an MVP finalist, in my opinion.
Yep. Can't disagree with that. Can't disagree with that at all. All right, cool. Well, that was the Thursday night game. I don't have anything to say about this. I think they're the New England cheating scammers, and I don't want to talk about them. So we'll keep it moving. Let's go back into it. We got the Commanders and Dolphins, and I had the graphics, so I'm just going to put it up there. Commanders and Dolphins in our early game this morning, 9:30 a.m. in here, but it was in Madrid. And your Commanders, Peach, that was a very, very close game. Came down to the wire, but y'all lost 16-13. Seems like a typical overseas score. It did go to overtime, so at least it got exciting there at the end. We'll start with you since this is your account.
I'm going to say I feel a little better with Dan Quinn calling the defense. He proved me wrong. They did look a lot better today. Still, the Dolphins going up and down the field, but we were good in the red zone today on defense. I don't know how long it's been since Chip Lowmiller, since we've had a good kicker. I mean, that
Chip Lowmiller.
We've been jinxed at the kicker position forever, and now we got this gay guy. No, that's his last name, people.
My God.
That's his last name. That's his last name. I mean, just missing 2 huge field goals, one that would have won the game at the end. It was bad. And, I mean, the offense played okay. We just couldn't score touchdowns. Neither team really could. And then Mariota with the ugly pick in overtime, which just sealed the deal. I don't blame him, though. He had a good game. We shouldn't have been in overtime anyway. Like I said, the game should have been over. I kind of blame coaching at the end of the fourth. We kind of got into field goal range at 50-something yards, and it seems like they were complacent with kicking, like not getting any extra yards when our kicker is horrible from 50. He's under 50%, so I didn't like it. You see, I'm wearing my Oriole stuff. Is it baseball season yet? Because this season is over for the Commanders, gentlemen. It's over.
Damn. Already.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay. I don't even know how I feel about that. But look, at least y'all had a promising year last year, right? So you can only hope that if Jaden Daniels comes back healthy next year, hopefully next year will be a resurgent year and you'll be back to what you had promised at least last year before all these injuries beset Mr. Daniels. Dirty Mojo, what do you think?
Hey, Peach, aren't you a Capitals fan?
Yeah.
Hey, you must just put the Capital stuff on, man. I wouldn't wear no Orioles stuff. You got about 6 months before that comes back around. So at least you can cheer for a hockey program. You know what I'm saying? But I said this last week, man. The Commanders are riddled with injuries. I look at this like, damn, man, it sucks because you wish you could see their starters out there and what they could do and what they can produce with their starters. Unfortunately for them, it's just not. It's not the product that Washington Commander fans hope to see out there on the field because of all those injuries. I can say this, with Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, when he was with Atlanta, he was known for not really having the good backups that can go in there. And then even with us, he would lose all of the preseason games where we couldn't really look at what the backups could do, so we can get some guys in there that could sustain in case of injuries. And it looks like the same thing is going on with Washington Commanders, that those guys that they have as backups just aren't good. And, a lot of people always talk about the starting quarterbacks and the backup quarterbacks. It's a huge difference from the starter to the backup. I mean, it is a complete drop-off. It's very rare that you find that starter that can go that starter that goes down and the backup come in there and he's potentially a starter for another team. And, it was just a cost. You can't throw that interception there, man. I mean, it was a well-fought game for them. You can't throw that interception. That sucks for you guys, man.
Yeah, and I mean, as you one thing that was mentioned in that you said there was that the Dolphins were at least able to handle what they needed to handle, and it seems like Mike McDaniel continues to have this game every few weeks that saves his job, but they're technically not out of it at 4-7, and their next 4 games are not easily winnable, but are all competable and possibly winnable, with the Steelers being the hardest. They have the Saints, Jets, Steelers, and Bengals. So they could come out of that 3-1 and be 7-8 and still on the fringe of the wild card. Cleverty, what do you think?
You stole my thunder. I was just about to say, like, this game kind of saved McDaniel, you know what I'm saying? His offensive coach, and Achan was running roughshod today. So I feel like, as far as him, if they keep him on, I think they're going to keep him on for the rest of the year. But it's weird that when I was talking to a Dolphins fan this morning, and they kind of wanted them to lose, but it's like the opposite happened. They keep winning when you want them to lose to seal the deal of him getting fired and start all over because they fired the GM. But and they have some more winnable games here come pretty soon. I'll say this though, shout out to what's Commander's quarterback? What's his name?
Mariota.
That whirly Doro he did in the end zone to throw that ball away instead of take the sack and make it a safety. That was I've never seen something like that. That was amazing. And that run he had was crazy good, and then interception. It happens.
And I'm gonna say one more thing.
Go ahead.
I did get I haven't talked to Ruben in months, and I got needled today. He sent me a text. I know sold it though. You didn't get nothing back from me. I know sold it. So unless you're watching now, you don't know that I did, but I know sold it. I saw it. I saw it, Ruben. I saw it.
That is tremendous. That's great. All right, cool. Let's move it on. Next game of the week, we had weekend. We'll start with Texans and Titans in a very close game here. A good game. Fun watch for two teams that are not that great, but the Texans needed this win in order to stay, obviously, inside the wild card hunt at 5-5 now. With a 16-13 win. Clubber D, we'll start with you.
I watched absolutely 0% of this game.
All right.
And did not care. It was not on the list.
Okay. All right. Well then, not on the list. Dirty Mojo, do you have anything more you can add for us?
I mean, Davis Mills, he held his own. He held it down for them. He got the ball completed to Nico Collins a lot today. Nico Collins about 100 yards and a touchdown. I mean, other than that, I think they won it on the field goal at the end of the game.
Yep.
They're slowly but surely drifting further and further away from the Colts. The Colts on a bye week, or do they play tomorrow? I'm not sure. But either way, it's like the Colts are running away with that division.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it's like, do we even watch those games? It's not even worth it anymore.
Okay. Well, in a game pitting, obviously, the worst offense being the Tennessee Titans versus the league's best defense and the Texans, the Titans kind of held their own until the end there. Cam Ward, thrilling late drive, 95 yards down the field. But, yeah, as you mentioned, Texans were able to drive it back down and get the field goal for the victory. Peach, what'd you think?
Well, I'm just going to give you a little secret on these sports shows, and this happens on, like, ESPN and stuff, too.
Mm-hmm.
None of us watched that shit. You guys just looked at the numbers.
I literally watched it. For real, I did watch. I watched.
I'll keep it 100. I ain't watched that stuff. I wasn't going to.
I didn't either.
Garbage.
I didn't watch a second of that game, so I don't even know what to tell you about it. I didn't watch a second.
It's across the street from your house. You talk about watching it.
Yeah.
He
was
heard it from his window. He heard it from his window.
Yeah.
At least watch some highlights, maybe a red zone or something, so you have something to talk about on a Sunday football show that we have every week, guys.
We come straight from watching the 4:00 games to here. It's tough to do that.
Yeah, and it's a relevant game. It's not like two people are going to make the playoffs. Like, come on, man.
That's funny. Okay, cool. All right, well, then fuck it. We move on. Next game up on the list. Bears and Vikings, another down to the wire game here. Same thing. Bears win by a field goal, 19-17. It was a game-winning field goal, though. That's how they won it. Peach, what do you got?
They stole the Washington Commanders' voodoo magic. It's their year this year in that regard. I mean, last-second wins all year long. They're legit, though, man. I like how they're coached. I still think, Caleb is Caleb. He makes plays. He does. He does what he does. But they stay close in these games and they win them in the fourth. And there's nothing else I can say. They're a good fourth quarter team.
Yeah. So over their 7 wins, the Bills are plus 20 inside of their takeaways, which is crazy. They just they're not turning the ball over a lot. They're also 3-0 in games decided by 2 or fewer. 5-1 when the margin is 5 points or less. So as you mentioned, Peach, they're winning those close games. Dirty Mojo.
I'm sorry, my internet is going in and out. What was the question that you asked me?
We're talking about the Bears and Vikings.
I didn't get to watch this game. My buddy Leroy, he's a big Bears fan, and he gave me a call like he did last week to tell me how they came back and wanted again at the last second. And it's kind of funny because I saw the comments going back and forth in our chat about how that Deion's comment was funny as shit to me. But yeah, man, you got it right, man. Sometimes you get lucky to win those last second games. To win a game in the last minute, last second, whatever. I mean, those go for you. Those do what those also do is in those games that are close, with them being able to win those close games. If it does get to a playoff game and they've been there, hopefully those players can keep that composure. They can keep together and they can go down and either win or even stop the other team that they're going to be playing in the playoffs or whatever from winning. Overall, it was a good win for them. They're keeping their pace on in that division. They're staying with the Packers and the Lions, which that division is actually with those three teams seeming like a pretty tough division. So, I mean, it's a good win for them against a divisional opponent.
Yeah, again, same thing we kind of said earlier, right? We're winning the divisional games that you have to win. And if the Bears want to be anything, and 7-3 is pretty impressive for them because I don't think anybody expected that. You got to get this victory. Minnesota, on the other hand, just a very disappointing season at 4-6. Clever D, do you have any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, JJ, I don't understand. You have, I'm told McCarthy, you have Justin Jefferson on your team. Okay, force him the ball. Okay, just force him the ball. You have to. It's just like when you have someone like Jamar Chase, someone like that, when those high level receivers. I don't care if they're double, triple. Just send the ball his way, see what happens. Because I saw them on the sideline talking to him and talking to the coach, and kind of like, I don't know if he was getting mad, but Jefferson looked like he was getting out his frustrations. And McCarthy, he did put on at the end of the game for that drive to put them over to get them ahead. But then Bears came down and won the game with that field goal. It's just one of those seasons for the Vikings, man. It's not gonna be that year. And I don't know if he's gonna be frustrated to want to leave. Talk about Jefferson at the end of this year, but as it was said in our chat by some guy who likes to copy everything I say and do, the Bears are the Commanders of this year. They're winning all these close games, and Caleb, and like Peach mentioned, he's Caleb, and he just that running around and trying to make a play, trying to play hero ball, that's going to catch up with you sooner or later. That's the only part of his game I don't like, is like kind of like Shador. Shador was in the game today, and he backs his pocket awareness with his back up. This ain't Madden, man. You're going to get hurt doing that stuff. So other than that, shout out to the Bears, man. They're playing well, and the heat's off Caleb now. And
I'm going to say this. J.J. McCarthy was awful the first three quarters, guys. I think I saw he had a 4.1 QBR going into the fourth quarter. That is horrendous. I mean, that is like 2 or 3
completions. It was awful.
Yeah, that's why if the Bears would have lost this game, it would have been a horrible loss because they were dominating the whole game. I watched that game, a lot of that game.
Yeah, and I mean, thank you for saying that, because you're backing up my professor's fact right here. QB J.J. McCarthy has been one of NFL's least accurate passers, ranking 44th out of 46 QBs who have made at least one start in off-target percentage. 22% of his throws are off-target. Not good.
What did people expect when all he did was hand the ball off at Michigan? That's what everybody thought. He's finally having to throw the ball, and you're seeing that he's not very good at it as of now.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, cool. Next game, Bobby G said, did the Falcons win? Asking for a friend. Salute to the tribal chief of podcasting. The Falcons are up next. Dirty Mojo. Let Bryce Young go for almost 400 yards on that ass. So, hey, how do you feel about this game?
Man, what can you say, man? It's one of those ones again where we are the worst coach team in the NFL.
Falcons.
We're the Falcons. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. I was on deal.
The dusty bandwidth.
Let's freeze like it.
Pick him up, Peach. Pick him up.
The dusty bandwidth.
When that game got to overtime, that's when I started really watching, and it was like deja vu for the Commanders game. I mean, it was exactly the same thing.
Yeah,
just a horrible loss for them. Oh, he's back. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why my shit is going in now. The kids are probably on the PlayStation in the house or whatever. But it sucks because, man, the second half, just barely over 100 yards of offense. We had 7 minutes of time of possession. I mean, it's just at points. It's one of those ones where we're just looking at the team and we're saying, like, what are we doing here? This is another game. I said it in our forums. I said when we stopped them on 4th down with 3.5 minutes to go, I said Atlanta's going to kick a field goal and they're going to let them go down and score a touchdown. And it just happens. That's what we're known for doing. We will allow the team to score right after we've done something. I think this is the 3rd or 4th loss that we've had that we've either taken the lead or gotten the lead within taken the lead or tied the game or something like that within 2 minutes of the game and lost the game. It just doesn't make any sense. Last week we give up 300 yards and 5,000 touchdowns, and this week we give up 500 yards, and it just makes no sense. If Raheem Morris isn't fired, I don't know. At this point, we're just playing spoilers. Who do you guys want us to beat? We'll probably beat them. But if I, you know what I'm saying? I'll say this though. I've decided to always from now on bet against the Falcons because if they lose, I'll win money. But if they win, my team wins. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a win-win for me.
I've never
bet on these fucking.
Oh,
yeah, I'm just gonna hedge like that because this is
the hedgehog over
bullshit,
here,
man.
What's going on?
It's terrible.
What have you heard about Penix's injury?
His vagina? His vagina was injured. The motherfucker wasn't hurt, man. Come on, man. It sucks. Wow. But I mean, even then, listen, if you watch that play, if somebody had posted it on Twitter, you watch that play, they brought 7. There was no hot routes. And if you Dion, you remember the play that you posted on your thing, these guys are running 12, 15-yard routes on a full house blitz. There's nobody cutting off to give them a drop off or anything like that. Zach Robinson is terrible. Raheem Morris has got to get the fuck up out of there. Oh, I'm tired of it. It's another fucking game where the time of possession for the Atlanta Falcons was about 26 minutes. The time of possession for the Carolina Panthers was about 38 minutes. You're just not going to win. And most of those time of possession was in the second half for the Carolina Panthers. This is ridiculous. I'm tired of it, man. I got my Bulldogs though. Hey.
Yeah, at least you got the Georgia Bulldogs. Excuse me, Mr. Young. I apologize. I said around 400. He actually went for 448, which is much more than 400. So that's a crazy game for him. Clubber D, any thoughts on this game?
I would say in our little chat that we have, and I noticed it once Lamar put it up there, the fact that Penix is never under center. It is straight pistol all the time. They're in the red zone. They are about to score, and they're still in pistol. Like you got put a fullback in front of him, or put Algier and have them split. Just do something, you know. And also, I felt your pain when the Panthers scored, and they were about 3 yards from the end zone, and you guys were in prevent. You know, why are you back 4 yards and the end zone's 2 yards? All they gotta do is hype right there. I hate that zone. I hate it when they do that.
I got to throw this stat out there because I did it on Dion's show. The last 3 weeks, the Atlanta Falcons defense has 7, 6, and now 5 sacks. 7, 6, and 5. That's 18 sacks in the last 3 games, and they've lost those games. They've lost them. And what sucks, man, is that you're not getting after these guys that you can make them do shit. It's the craziest thing. Now I'm a little set of Ulbrich with that defense right there, but I mean the defense is playing as the best that they can. I mean we're up 21-7. Offense just maintain, keep us off the field for a little bit. Let us do something. Give us the break. No. They get this. They're up by 11. It's 21-10. Panthers get the ball. They drive down the field. They throw 2 balls on Brooks. The first one went for like 35 yards. The next one went for like 45 yards, a touchdown. They kick off. Brooks catches the ball, drops it, and fumbles the ball. It's like they had the ball twice before we had the ball once in the second half. It's fucking crazy, man. I'm so tired of these fucking guys.
All right, that's we're gonna leave it because I can't say anything better than that. Moving on to the next game, we have the Green Bay Packers versus the New York Giants. Packers win here 27-20, but more importantly, Josh Jacobs leaves the game early in the second quarter with a knee injury and could not come back. So we'll have to see what happens there. Packers are now 6-3-1, taking advantage of the sorry-ass Giants run defense, which is 31st out of 32. They had 106 of their 128 rushing yards before halftime even started. So Packers, again, this is their win week, so we'll see. Maybe. I mean, we've talked about the win one here, lose one, win one. So we'll see what happens. Peach, start us off.
I'm going to say this. When Love went down, Malik Willis got them started up and going. And then, they obviously finished it because the Giants are the Giants. But they are so inconsistent, guys. I'm not afraid of them in the playoffs.
Chiefs lost.
Yeah, I just saw that.
The Chiefs lost?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, by field goal.
But yeah, if the Giants weren't the Giants, man, they would have won that game. The Packers, like I said, gentlemen, inconsistent as hell. Inconsistent as all hell. I don't know what to think of them. I don't know about you guys. I don't know what to think of them.
Inconsistent, but they're still 6-3-1. So yes, you're all right. We have said that week after week how they win one, lose one, win one, lose one. But they're still 6-3-1, and they're still in the driver. Well, not in the driver's seat. The Bears are by a half game because of that tie that they had. Which again, take me back to why ties suck. But that's another conversation for another day. Let me get some comments real quick, and then we'll come to you on this one, Dirty Mojo. Salute. Skywalker, appreciate you tuning in, brother. Hey, y'all tap in with Skywalker. We got a boxing show this Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern on Ball and Buds. Y'all check us out. We're going to talk all the fights for the next couple of weeks. Jake, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but hey, Bo Nix is not. Well, you're a Broncos fan, so you're going to say that. But that's not what everybody else thinks. But he won a game, so we'll get there in a second. Dirty Mojo, what are your thoughts on the Packers and Giants?
Man, it was a big thing for Josh Jacobs to go down, man. Hopefully he's okay.
That's huge.
Something that's not serious huge. Because they're definitely going to need him to finish out the season.
And for my fantasy team. Not
Same thing for Jordan Love. I mean, Jordan Love having a decent game, but like you said, Peach, Malik Willis coming in there and just basically controlling it and holding it down, even though it is against the lowly Giants. The Giants are a fun team to watch, though, guys. I mean, let's just be real with it, man. Even though they're losing, they're scrappy, motherfucking. They're a scrappy team, man. So, shout out to the New York Giants, that's my family's favorite team, my sister, my dad, my mom. So, I know that, they was out there cheering. And I get it. They're a young team. They just lost their coach. But it was a good game. It was a fun game to watch. I was really excited to see what Jameis Winston. He kind of looked like he had that old school out of Florida, like little dancing to him and everything like that. So it was cool, man. Good game to watch. Yes, I don't think the Packers are going to do much. If they do make the playoffs, they're not going to do very much in that division. It wouldn't surprise me if they missed out because they lose to the Bears here at the end of the season and they get knocked out by the Bears. I would, at this point, the way the Bears are winning these late games, I would rather see the Bears over the Packers in the playoffs because they just seem like a better team to watch right now. Like you said, it's a lot of inconsistency. Yeah, more exciting, inconsistent with the Packers. Who are they?
Well, first of all, much love to the whole Lane family. We love all of you, especially the big man. We miss you.
That's right.
But I think they were a funner team or a more fun team, to use correct grammar, when they had Scattaboo and Dart. Yes, they're a fun team still, but they were much more fun when they had those two crazy assholes just running around like nobody's business.
The big three is out. Scattaboo's out. Neighbors is out. Dart is out. I mean, just imagine if those three guys were in there for the last couple games. How much? Because they could have won a couple of those games. They might be a 5-5 team or 6-4 team. But sucks, man.
Yeah, you're right. Clubber D, what are your thoughts?
I didn't see how Jacobs went down. I just saw him limp off, go to the back. I'm wondering if it's another casualty of that damn dreaded turf that they have there. Because they have the worst turf.
They're always getting injuries there. Yeah.
We lost Malik Williams, Michael Williams. I'm sorry. Earlier from them at that field. Bosa tore his ACL on that field, and Raheem Mostert all in the same game a couple years ago on that field. So yeah, they need to do something about that. I'm not sure if that's the reason why he went down, but like I think I said it. Peach mentioned it. Packers are just so inconsistent. Okay, I know Mr. Hot Take Jake was sizing up Jordan Love, called him JL5. I don't know whatever name he made up for him. He ain't that. I'm sorry. He is not all that. All right. Jordan Love is so up and down. I'm over him. Okay. I was a fan. I want him to do well because he, relieving Aaron Rodgers and all that good stuff. He's gonna be the next heir apparent. People were hating on him, and I want him to do well. He had a good playoff game, but then he's just not. I don't know. I don't get it. He's just not that dude. So and I agree with y'all. If they play the Bears or whatever, the Bears more must-see TV as far as that division goes if they make the playoffs. But yeah, Giants, it's a long year. You got next year. You'll be all right.
I want to say one more thing because you just brought up something about the field turf. Did you guys see in Spain that field? They have real grass in the indoor stadium. If the NFL doesn't adapt to that in the future, they're out of their minds because that was amazing. And then you don't have that stupid turf in indoor fields.
That's like it's like a $40 million turf though. The way they do that, it's a lot of money.
It goes underground, Lamar. The field goes underground, and they have lights like a sun, and they have machines that cut it underground, and then it just comes up for when the game comes on. It's amazing.
I thought they said that for the World Cup here in the States and in the United States and in Americas, I thought they said that the games that are going to be played, they're going to change those fields to grass for the World Cup. So if they're playing in Atlanta, they're going to make grass fields. But I didn't get to see the much of the Washington game. It was that much. But you got to think, man, those guys.
Well, what it is that they have that expensive soccer team playing on that turf, and they're not going to let people. They had a concert, other stuff happened on the same weekend, so they're not going to have everybody jack that turf up. So what they do to preserve the turf, they bring it underground in sections automatically. And like Pete said, they have UV light to mimic the sun's rays, and have automatic mowers to preserve that turf. And when it's ready for soccer, they go press the button, comes up. It's pretty dope. Yeah, it's I don't know. How would you say, Pete? Like what, 400 million? Something. It costs a lot of money what they're doing to get that. So I was going to cut it myself, but they only paid me $5. I was like, I ain't going to
do it. Hey, to go back to the Packers too, man. The Packers. That kid that they drafted, he's still not doing anything for them on offense. Wide receiver, they have no wide receivers there in Green Bay, and they haven't. This was the first time that they had drafted a receiver. And what would they say? It was like 15, 20 years, something like that.
In the first round. In the first round.
In the first round. And this kid is still not doing anything. So Golden. So for the Packers, man, they really need some weapons out there out there in the perimeter that can stretch the field and do something for love. Maybe that'll make them a better quarterback. I'm not sure, but they don't have no good wide receivers over there.
And what I will say is I agree with everything that all of you said. Yes, Lamar, you are correct. For the World Cup games, they are going to install grass and then go back to the other stuff when they have to for the NFL. But the NFL's reasoning has never made sense in and of itself, because they say that the reason that they don't do the grass is because it would take so much money to keep replacing it all the time. But that's bullshit, because the NFL makes fucking hundreds of billions of dollars every year. They make $2 million off of parking every fucking weekend at every stadium, and you're telling me they can't just throw that to getting the damn grass replaced every week? That's bullshit.
You'll go outside. Arizona has that.
And you know what's crazy? There's not one major college program that has a turf field. All the major college programs have grass fields. And if you think about that, then we can. That's
even worse. That's even worse.
Right. So if every major college program has grass field, why can't the NFL do that?
Exactly.
As much as they supplement and they do stuff like that, you got to be. If as far as the injuries are concerned, I know we want to move on. If the NFLPA, when it comes time for the new agreement that they're going to come with, they need to say something like, yo, we want all these fields to be grass. Fuck that shit, bro. Fuck this.
No,
every field be grass.
One last thing for this game, a stat. I don't know if Omar going to say it or not. I just saw it at the end of this joint was Michael Parsons, like with 9-0 against the Giants.
Very nice. Yes.
Pretty crazy.
Very nice. Yeah, I was going to talk about Micah Parsons, not that, but I was going to talk about the fact that he had the forced fumble to end the game. And also, look, we may say Jordan Love. I was about to call him what Jake calls him. I'm not going to do that. Jordan Love has been inconsistent, but at least Micah Parsons has been a serious addition to that defense. The Packers, here's your professor's fact for this game. The Packers have now allowed 20 or fewer points in 7 of their first 10 games. The first time Green Bay has done so since 2010, when they did what, gentlemen? Won the Super Bowl. So there you go. All right, cool. Moving on to the next game. We got the Chargers and the Jaguars. This was a complete ass whooping casserole by the Jaguars, 35-6. I don't have anything more to say on this game other than the Chargers. You really blew this. You needed to have this victory. You cannot lose to a Jaguars team like this and then make them look like the fucking 985 Bears. I don't even know. That's crazy that you only score 6 points against the Jaguars. So Peach, or Clubber D rather, since we ended with you, we'll start with you on this one.
There's not much to say for me on this one.
I was gonna say
they blew it. They blew it. I mean, this and with the Chiefs losing, this was another chance for them to move higher than them. I know the Chiefs are 2 games out of the playoffs right now, but still,
that's what I'm saying.
This is a game you have to win. This is the Jaguars. Yes, they started off hot, but Trevor Lawrence is Trevor Lawrence. All right. Okay, so this is just embarrassing. They you know what? I might have to call Harbaugh myself. I would call him, but I got no minutes on my Cricket Wireless. But it's not a good look for them.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's exactly right. Especially when you're fighting for playoff position with the Broncos and the Chiefs, even though they are now hurting a little more, as we just heard with this loss, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So we'll see what happens there. Dirty Mojo, any thoughts on this?
So I watched the game because I got a couple of the guys on my fantasy team, and it's crazy because I was like literally like I promise you, it was about 11 minutes before the game. I was like, Herbert's actually been playing good football. I might start him today. But something just so I was like, nah, just stick with your boy, Allen, because, you know what I'm saying, he's in there. They're both, the teams that they're both playing, they both can do what they got to do. And I figured that Buffalo and Tampa would be more of a better game, and then it would be a high-scoring game, so I figured he's in there. Thank God I did it, though. Thank God I did it. But yes, you guys are absolutely right, man. With this game and the Chiefs losing, it's another step, man. It's just one of those steps that they could have taken. And I don't want to call it inconsistency, but it's like we talk about this all the time, guys, about how Herbert will have these awesome games, and then out of nowhere, you'll be like, what the fuck is that? What kind of game are you doing out there? So it's the same thing with today. Now I know he got a little injured, and they just fucking pulled him. They get him out of there, man. It's put in they put a Trey Lance.
Trey Lance sighting.
they put Bell to ass so bad that they took his ass out and put Trey Lance in there. That's not crazy. A good look. They got to go back and regroup. Thank God next week they got to play. Sorry, Omar, they got to play the Raiders.
That's all good. I don't.
It's a rivalry. It's a rivalry game. They might get punched in the mouth again. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta win that fucking game and to stay even with the Broncos, man. I mean, the Broncos just won. God, that was an ass whooping, man.
Peach Dirty Mojo has to be thanking his lucky stars because Herbert was sacked twice, but more often he looked like Geno Smith running for the hills with an offensive line that cannot hold up a damn bucket of water. He only completed 10 of 18 passes for 81 yards. And by the way, low key, as the kids would say these days, Peach, this is his 3rd consecutive loss to the Jaguars. Why is he losing so much to the Jaguars?
Interesting.
I don't know. It's just it's crazy to me. Like we just talked about one of the most inconsistent teams in the NFC. Now we're talking about one of the most inconsistent teams in the AFC. I don't get it. And to only score 6 points with that offense,
that's horrible.
I don't know. Not even 7.
Not even you couldn't even get to 7.
You saw it, yeah.
I don't get why the kids do that. I'm so lost.
I don't even know what he stands for.
Yeah, I work in a school, so I see it a lot. But
I'm glad I was looking at the other screen and I didn't see it.
That was a catastrophic loss for them, guys. Catastrophic. I mean, I don't know what else to say. The AFC is going to be tough to make the playoffs anyways, but losing that game, and like you said, we just found out the Chiefs lost. Yikes. Yikes, guys.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's move it on to the next game. Shout out our brother Clutch B. His Steelers went up today against the Bengals and put, as Dirty Mojo just said, belt to ass. Another ass whooping casserole here, 34-12. Just not a good showing at all around for the Bengals offense. We'll start with you on this one, Peach. What were your thoughts on this game?
Well, I don't know if he's too happy. Didn't Aaron Rodgers get hurt?
He did.
Aaron Rodgers heard the update on that? So that was and another a huge win for the Steelers. They needed it because them Ravens were starting to catch up, and that was a huge win. But we have to find out about Aaron Rodgers for sure because who's their backup? Rudolph. Yikes! You don't want to use him the rest of the way. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right about that. They needed to win this game with the Ravens coming up, obviously from the bottom of the standings. They're winning games now, so you got to keep to win consistently. But as you just mentioned, and Dirty Mojo, I know you're going to touch on this because if they don't have Aaron Rodgers and you're running Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer out there the rest of the fucking year, you're not going to make the playoffs at all.
I don't think the injury is that bad. I don't think it's a significant injury. I think it'll be one of those day-to-days. Give him some time to rest, and he'll be back with everything. This game was surprising because the first time these two met this year, it was a barn burner. It was a fantastic game. Joe Flacco came in there and did his thing to help the Bengals win, which I think that was the last game the Bengals won was when they beat up on the Steelers. My thing is this though: how many games suspension are they going to give Jamar Chase? Because he clearly spat on your boy from Pittsburgh. He spat on him, and it showed it, and they're going to see that he spat on Ramsey, and Ramsey punched him. Now Ramsey's going to get ejected because of the punch, but I really believe that because what old boy did with Dallas spitting, I think they're going to give Jamar Chase a 1-game suspension also. If they don't, huh?
That's an old Romanowski. Romanowski.
Man, that's disgusting. He had the nerve to say he didn't do it. Now I'm still a Jamar Chase fan. I get it, but you don't spit on somebody, man. That's a disgusting thing to do. If he gets a 1-game suspension, it's a deserved 1-game suspension. But I can't be mad at Jalen Ramsey for throwing that punch at him for that, man. You can't do that. You gotta be professional. Don't spit on anybody. You guys are getting your asses whooped too, by the way. It was not a good look for them, man. They're spiraling now. I think this is what third or fourth loss in a row now too for them. They're spiraling. They're out of there. They might be one of those teams that just steps in and wins a game they're not supposed to win and cause somebody to get out of the playoffs. But move out of the way because the Ravens and the Steelers, it's going to come down to it. It has been for years. For years, it's always come down to that last fucking game between the Steelers and the daggone Ravens, and it looked like it's heading that direction right now.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, he's going to get a 1-game suspension. It's well-deserved after we saw what happened with Jalen Carter in the game opener season of the game. Jeez Louise. The season opener. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to move on. Anyway, so it's well-deserved. I don't know what just happened there, Peach. Just short-circuited. He said it's well-deserved.
Johnny 5.
Max Hedrick.
Anyway, Max Hedrick. He's going to be well-deserved, but I will say we haven't seen this before from Jamar Chase, so hopefully it's just a one-off kind of thing, and it's not really his personality per se, but we'll see what happens. There's definitely going to be a suspension and a fine for Ramsey, as you mentioned, for retaliating, although, if you get anybody gets spit on, they're going to punch. I mean, that's only the right response in my eyes, even though it's, heat of the moment or whatever. So, Clubber D?
I mean, it's weird how how fast NFL is. They won not too long ago with Flacco. They're like, oh, they got some life, and then this happens. The same old person game. It's just frustration on the Bengals side. This year has just been a turmoil for them. You got Burrow. First, you got Samar Stewart holding out, and then you got Burrow again with the turf toe, and then when your draft pick Stewart isn't producing, he's getting pushed around in pancakes like he's getting served at IHOP. So it's not looking good for them. So it's just Chase is probably just getting beat, getting worked all game, not getting the ball enough, and just had a hawk Tua on Ramsey. But it was a good win for the Steelers, and hopefully Rodgers isn't out too long. But like you said, Lamar, that last game of the season against the Ravens, who put together at the end of this against the scrappy Browns, that's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one.
And as a sidebar, just to show you all how watching how good of friends we are, very quickly, sound around the horn, your favorite Denny's menu. You said IHOP, but it just reminded me of all the times we would go to Denny's at like 3 a.m. Peach, we're gonna start with you. I already know what your favorite is.
The Dagwood.
The Dagwood, yes.
Hey, because it's the good sandwich. If you remember
that
story,
sandwich. Dagwood. That's also my favorite as well. And I don't want to ruin the joke though. We'll see what the other two have. Dirty Mojo, do you have a favorite Denny's? You weren't really with us those days.
No. But if I went to Denny's, man, I'm just the normal guy. Give me the whatever the bacon platter is, the bacon and egg platter.
Come on, Grant.
That's
But I am
the Grand Slam.
the Grand Slam, right? No, but I am a big Pigs in the Blanket fan too. So if they have Pigs in the Blanket, I jump on that too, man. I love Pigs in the Blanket.
Clever D, what is your favorite go-to Denny's meal?
Oh, 100%. Moons over Miami.
There it is. There it
Are you
is.
kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
Lamar probably got the super bird. You may have got
Yeah.
the super bird.
No, that's what Brandon got. That's
The
Brandon got
super bird.
The super bird with no tomatoes.
The super bird. Yeah, the super bird and Dagood sandwiches are my two favorite sandwiches ever.
That's
at Denny's.
fire. That joint was fire.
Ooh, okay, good. I knew that was going to be very quick and very fun. So there you go, guys. That's how long we've been friends. That's tremendous.
Moon's
All
over
right.
Miami.
I knew it was coming. That's why I put it out there because I wanted to hear
It's
Moon's
fire.
over Miami.
I'll still get it. Peach goes to Denny's in the daytime. Sober.
Not sober.
Oh
my God.
Dion wouldn't order Moons over Miami. He'd point at it and say, I want that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it.
He didn't want to say it.
I remember
I'd never say it.
No, Lamar loves the Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity.
the Rudy
God.
Tooty fresh.
I still point at today if they ask me, what do you want that?
That's
I like that.
great. That is, I'm so glad I brought that up. That was hilarious. All right, let's move it on. Next game, Buffalo Bills, Buccaneers. What an awesome game this turned out to be. It was horrible at first, 21-0. The Bills were up, but the Buccaneers scored 27 unanswered points to come back in this game. But no, the Bills were able to come back and win eventually 44-32. So let me recap this for you. They were up 21. Then they were down 6, and then they won the game by 12. What a roller coaster. Clubber D, we'll start with you. What'd you think about the Buccaneers and Bills?
Man, Lamar made a smart choice sticking with Josh Allen. Josh Allen made chicken salad out of chicken shit. They brought up Gabe Davis. Didn't matter. They could have brought up Steve Tasker. It didn't matter. They were destined to win this game. Baker Mayfield, when he scored his first quarterback first touchdown, and he did the scorpion when he got hit and then landed on his head and just chucked that ball in the stands. That's when I knew this game was going to be good. This is probably one of the most game I was probably focusing the most on when I had all of them put up today. But it's okay. Buccaneer fans, be happy. That guy, the Tucker, the running back, he did well today. But the Bills were just determined to win. Josh Allen was on it today. And man, if he just had a one or two, if he had a better weapons, man, or a defense, they'd be top notch in the AFC. And last week, I don't know what happened last week, but this week the real Bills stood up.
Yeah, you're completely right about Josh Allen having a great game, 3 touchdowns in the air, 1 running. Baker Mayfield, not so good, right? 173 yards, a touchdown and an interception, a 69 QBR. Now, they were held up by their running game. Sean Tucker bust out performance with 2 TDs, and he caught one, so he had 3 TDs on the day. Dirty Mojo, what were your thoughts on this great game that it turned out to be?
So it was 3 touchdowns in the air and 3 rushing touchdowns, not 1, Omar.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah. But I mean, we have to talk about Buffalo's defense, man. That is, man, it's not good. I don't like that defense going into the playoffs, man. In the cold playoffs, it's gonna obviously go through Buffalo. They're gonna play teams that are gonna be able to run the ball. They're gonna be able to control the clock. They're gonna be able to keep that prolific offense off the field. Their defense, man, it's God, man. I hate to see them go because Josh Allen had a MVP like day today, and he is the reigning MVP, and he came out there and he did what he needed to do to win. I mean, he carried that team on his back with his arm, with whatever the hell you want to call it. He had a fantastic game. But if this team, Peach, doesn't figure out how to fix this fucking defense, man, that's not going to be a good sight for them guys, man.
Yeah, and I thank you for that correction, and I don't even know why I said that, considering I have my professor's fact for the stat for this game right in front of me that says Josh Allen became the first NFL's first player with 2 games of 3 passing and 3 rushing TDs. He also upped his career total to 290 touchdowns, the most by a quarterback before turning age 30, passing Peyton Manning's 288. So thank you for that correction. You are correct.
He also plays for No Ma'am, by the way.
Oh, well, there you go. Little fantasy insider information.
Yes, sir.
Peach,
we had a good one today, baby.
Peach, what you got on this one?
Much needed win for Buffalo after seeing what New England did on Thursday night. Much bigger win for them than it was for Tampa. Tampa's going to be all right. That division, Lamar.
Right.
They won that division. They just need to get healthier. They're a little injured right now offensively. They'll be fine. And this is a game, like Lamar said, that defense, man, that's scary. But who's the best team in the NFL? It changes week to week. We talk about it every week, man. I don't even know who it is, because one week it's the Bills. The next week it's the Eagles. Next week it's the Lions. I don't know who the best team in the NFL
tonight's
is
game's gonna be big.
And that's going to make for a hell of a playoffs. And maybe the Bills will be all right even with their defense, because teams are winning by shootouts a lot this year. So let's see. I'm excited to watch it.
All right, there you go. Let's move it into the next game. We're going to come, Peach, I'm going to double you back on the next time, because we're going to use the next 2 times. We're going to start with Clubber D again here because it's his team. San Francisco going into Arizona, putting another belt to ass whooping casserole, 41-22. How are you feeling about your team, Clubber D?
I'm happy. They put Brock. Brock came back. Pearsall came back. It's the first time actually seeing everybody who is healthy, so to say. And, they did what they're supposed to do. I'm not real happy with the defense overall. Jacoby Brissett had like 400 some yards passing today. He was just throwing darts to Michael Wilson. And I'm like, who? Michael Wilson? Why is this guy had like 15 catches and a touchdown? Why is this happening? We did get 2 interceptions, but I don't think we got 1 sack. And I've been harping on this nonstop. We have no type of pass rush right now. And we made no moves at the trade deadline to get a pass rusher, knowing we have all these injuries. So that's going to bite us in the ass. This style works against quarterbacks that aren't on the level of Matt Stafford, but against other quarterbacks, they'll just carve us up. But I'll take the win. It's a good win. Good to see everybody on track. And we got a kind of a light schedule for right now. Then it ends and it picks up with us pretty soon. I think with 2 or 3 weeks. We got like the Colts. So it's gonna be interesting towards the end of this year, but we have to get these type of wins to kind of stay in that playoff range, I guess.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, Brock Purdy coming back with 3 TDs today, and also Christian McCaffrey extending his NFL record 17th game with at least 1 running and 1 touchdown catch. So here, though, the professor's fact for this game: Arizona lost for the 6th time in 7 games, called for a franchise record 17 penalties, the most in an NFL game this season. Dirty Mojo, do you have any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I sure do, man. Hey, Dion, even though you guys had 1 sack, you guys had, guess what? 2 interceptions, baby.
I know.
Let's go. I
know.
It was no interceptions all year until you guys get 2 today.
We had 1 last week. We had 1 against the Texans, and
man.
So interceptions are just like what?
They got some interceptions.
Wait, what was the streak you were on, Clubber D? What was the streak of? It was like a year and a half of no interceptions, or
it was like it was 14 games, and we got 1 against the Texans. That was our first one all year.
Okay. Well, you guys got 2 today.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, trust me, we don't get interceptions and we don't get sacks this year. That's not the name of the game this year.
Do you believe that your offense can carry y'all with Brock Purdy back then?
Maybe. I want to know if Pearsall's not as healthy. We just got Jerron Jennings. All they were playing out of position on a receiver level. Now they're back into where they need to be. So that's why it looked a lot better. You can't have Jerron Jennings as the X. He's not fast enough. So once and if IU comes back, things might get a little better offensively. But I was glad to see the second touchdown in the game. He oddballed out and do a 30-yard dart to Kittle for a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff I like to see out of Brock. It's just that when our offensive line, Colt McKivitz, our right side, does something dumb, and then Brock's trying to play hero ball instead of just like throwing the ball away or something like that because he's running for his life. So,
the other, go ahead.
I can say this with the 49ers. They are a very balanced team. When you look at the 49ers, and having Brock Purdy back and being able to control and run that offense the way I know
That's
Shanahan
big.
wants to run that offense, when they do get into the playoffs, I do think they'll be one of the teams that make it into the playoffs. They are going to be able to control the ball, running the ball, and they'll be able to pass the ball down the field. So, I mean, they're a team that can get hot at the right time. And you know how Shanahan runs his offense and runs his plays, they can make some damage, man. So it was a good, huge win for them. Way to keep up, you know what I'm saying? I know in the division too, but the Rams and the Seahawks had to play each other, so one of those teams had to lose. But still in all, I like what they did today. It was a good, very strong, it was a dominant win for them. And you said something about the defense. They scored the 2 touchdowns here late in the game. It was kind of like
No, that's fine. It's just
yeah.
if you're playing against Brissett, I wanted at least 3 to 4 sacks. You know what I'm saying? I wanted us to. He was back there knitting a sweater. You know what I'm saying? I don't like seeing that.
Well, you will like.
So go ahead.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
No, finish.
No, I'm saying you do that against a good quarterback, they're gonna carve you up. That's what's happened to us with certain quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm. Well, what you will like to see, Clubber D, is I went and looked at your schedule. Wow. Panthers, Browns, Titans. The only team you play good is the Colts, and then you got the Bears, and then finishing with the Seahawks.
Panthers. Let's not laugh at the Panthers, guys, anymore.
That's true.
Because they've been playing tough games.
Browns beat the Falcons twice. The Falcons suck. All right.
Well, the Browns, what's his name? The defense coordinator owns Shanahan. So that's not a gimme either.
There you go. Okay. Peach, do you have any thoughts on this game? 49.
Yeah, I thought it was a perfect game to have Brock Purdy come back, and you get a big division win. He comes out there, hits a few F5s, gets the pin on the job. And now you're ready for WrestleMania, Dion. It's coming up. WrestleMania is coming. But it was a perfect game to bring him back, against a weaker team, get him in the flow of things, get him ready for the big games coming down the line.
Little get right game.
Yep.
All right, let's move it on to the next game. We got the going to the Seattle Seahawks, versus the Los Angeles Rams was supposed to be the game of the week. Now it turned out to be a good game. Rams winning this 21-19, but I don't think it was the all-out high-scoring affair that we were really expecting to see beforehand. Peach, what do you think?
Darnold pumpkin today, guys. 4 picks.
Yes, he did.
And they still had a chance to win.
I called it a week early.
And they still had a chance to win, though. I mean, they had a last-second field goal missed to lose the game. The Rams should be ashamed of themselves for not walking that game out easy. Like like I said, I watched a lot of it, but at the end when it was close, I couldn't believe it.
Well, like we said, right? We thought this was going to be a high-powered offensive game, Dirty Mojo, but like you said, Darnold pumpkin bowl 4 interceptions. Stafford had 130 yards only. So what are we talking about right here in this game?
Yeah, it was a defensive game. It was clearly a defensive game. Darnold had a bad game against a divisional rival, but still in all, I mean, it still was a close game. Like Pete said, could have went down there and won the game. It was all on the defenses. Maybe this game is in Seattle's different. They got the crowd behind him, the 12th man behind him. I'm okay with Darnold having a bad game. He's played fantastic this season. A lot of talks about him in the MVP races and stuff like that. I wouldn't hold too much against this man. I think with the way the Rams played, the Rams only scored in the first quarter, really. I mean, it was kind of like, what are we doing here? It was just a defensive game, good game overall. You hate to see that your team lost, but they lost because the players played bad, not out-coached. So, I mean, that's something that you look at. We talk about that, too. I'd rather my team lose because my quarterback threw 4 interceptions than my coach calls stupid plays every fucking down. You know what I'm saying? So, keep the head up with the Seattle Seahawks. I think they're going to be just fine. Don't look too much into Sam Darnold. I think he'll go back to next week to being what he's been for the beginning of this, for the first half of the season. All
right, Clubber D.
Yeah, this was like Lamar said. This was a defensive, two good defenses playing each other, and this division at that. So I personally think it'd be too high scoring. It's just that Darnold, man, those 4 interceptions, and the fact that he threw 4 interceptions was still in the game and possibly won the game. That tells you a lot of how good the Seahawks are. And they didn't give up, even though he threw all those picks. Usually they're like, man, get this guy up out of here, but they stuck with it. Stafford and he is basically resurrected, not that he needed to, Devontae Adams' career, because this guy is catching touchdowns every freaking week. So both teams are gonna be hard to beat when it gets to the playoff season. I'm just glad they played each other and beat each other up today, and we for Niner fan happiness, I guess, that we have wins over all of them. So we've only got 1 loss in the division. That was to the Rams. We split, so a little happy about that. But yeah, this was a good game, and keep your head up, Sam. You'll be all right.
Yeah, very good for your tie-breaking scenarios there for the 49ers. Again, tough divisional game, as we talked about. This is the 3rd time today we've said that. Tough divisional game. But the Rams went out and won it. And even though Stafford didn't have the greatest of games with only 130 yards, this is a game that is going to count as a quality win at the end of the season. All right, Peach, we're coming back to you on this one. And wow, I know we're going to have a lot to say about this game. So Ravens 23, Cleveland 16. Shador Sanders brought in the game because of a Dylan Gabriel concussion as well. Ravens now 5-5 after 3 wins in a row. Peach, what are your thoughts?
The Ravens gave me a scare today, I'll tell you that. The Browns, man, on defense, they play so hard, man. Did Garrett have 4 sacks again today? I mean, when I stopped watching, it was 4. If he got 5, that'll be the second time in NFL history that a guy with 5 sacks loses. So I hope he didn't get the 5.
He had 4.
Okay, because both times would have been him too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He had 5 tackles for losses too, and 5 quarterback hits.
He's just a monster. They need to figure out the offense, and maybe one day they'll be good. But yeah, the Ravens keep going, and like I said, Brandon, watch out, man. Here they come. And you knew it was going to happen. And like Lamar said earlier when we were talking about the Steelers game, that last game is going to be for the entire thing, I believe. Mm-hmm. I agree with you, man. It's going to be for the division.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Myles Garrett did have 4 sacks on Lamar Jackson, becoming the first player. Here's your professor's fact: first player since Arizona's Chandler Jones. How about that name? Before CTE took over in 2019 with 2 games of at least 4 sacks in a season, as you had just talked about, Peach. Garrett set a Browns single game record with 5 back against New England. Now has 15 sacks and is the first player in NFL history with 5 straight seasons of at least 13 sacks. So there you go on that one.
Generational.
Just generational. Dirty Mojo.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson didn't play good today, though, guys. Let's not overlook that shit. He played like ass today. That Cleveland Brown defense kept them in there. Unfortunately, their offense couldn't do anything. Shador Sanders, everybody was talking about getting Shador Sanders in the game, and we want to see Shador Sanders and this, that, and the third. He ain't played good today either. But I will say this: he didn't get a lot of reps with the ones. If Dylan Gabriel is going to be in concussion protocol, then Shador Sanders will get a lot of play with the ones. We'll see what he can do next week as a starter, if he is going to be the starter. But to me, that wasn't a really good look for the Ravens, but it is a division opponent. It is the Cleveland Browns, who have a really good defense. Unfortunately, like we said, their offense is some ass. Fortunately for the Ravens, they have the Jets coming up, and I think the Bengals coming up too. So those, we can call them cupcakes, we can call them wins that they should get, but if they can get back on track before they get that game against that first game against the Steelers in 3 weeks, that'd be good for them. So right now they're on a 4-game winning streak. Just like I said, man, it's the team that gets hottest at the right time, and they're getting hot, man. They're getting very hot.
And you might get Joe Burrow back for that game too, by the way. I think he practiced this week, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, no one has said anything about Shador Sanders yet, Clubber D, so I'm expecting you to pull us up now. What do you got to say?
Well, Shador he did have a chance. He did have a chance to.
I know.
Just fucking with
the count. He did have a chance at the end of the game. It was on that 3rd and 5, 2nd and 5, and 4th and 5 to kind of win the game, or at least tie the game up. But the offensive line for the Browns, they must either take a dive or just don't like their quarterbacks, because they don't have a chance. Dylan Gabriel didn't really have a chance. Shooter didn't really have a chance. He had a spark for them for a little bit, but I would like Lamar said, I would like to see him with the number ones for a whole week of that, and compare and contrast to how Dylan Gabriel's been doing. But that was another tough. The theme of the 4:00 games minus the Niners one is going to be tough divisional games, and I put it like this. The Ravens, they're happy they got the win. Usually they split with the Browns. And I don't think this is a win. They're like, yeah, we won. This is a win. They're like, we barely got out of there.
Thank God we won. Yeah.
God, this is over. We won, because this was not. I got Lamar on my fantasy team, and I call him everything under the sun. I was like, God, no, can the offense, can y'all block Myles Garrett? What are y'all doing? Like, it's just nonstop. And so, yeah, this is a good win for the Ravens. Take this, move on to the next, and don't let them dwell on it. Yep. Browns, play well, play tough, just build on this. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to. Hopefully, Shador Sanders will play better. Obviously, his first, get real NFL gameplay, so you can't have too high of expectations. But he got out of the pocket, scrambled a little bit, had 47 yards. Not a good completion game. Only 4 of 16 completed. Dylan Gabriel was performing only marginally better before he got injured with 68 yards, very low average yard per completion, which is just not a good sign of a good offense. And that's what they're not. They're not a good offense. All they have is Myles Garrett pretty much. That is what that is there. All right, cool. We got one more game in the afternoon slates. Gentlemen, I know y'all like to go watch the game, and so if anybody wants to jump off, you're fine, but I'm going to keep going. So let's go into this next game. We got the Chiefs and the Broncos. So this one, and yes, Canteen, Jake was in here. Salute to you, my brother. He was in here talking that trash. So we'll see. Oh, wait. Clutch B says Ravens may be in first place before that first matchup with the Steelers. Ravens, 2 easy games. Steelers have Bears and Bills. So there you go. All right, cool. So we'll see what happens down there. But anyways, the Broncos Chiefs. Broncos pulled out a much needed victory in order to control this division. And right now, 2 games above the Chiefs, 4 games above the 2 games above the Chargers, 4 games above the Chiefs in the win division, in the win column, excuse me. Wow. The Broncos, no one thought that they would control this division over the Chiefs, but maybe somebody did. Dirty Mojo, talk to us.
So a couple of these guys that keep making these comments about my Falcons and stuff like that, they're the ones that were in their feelings at the beginning of the season when I said that the Chiefs weren't that good. They're the ones that were brought up, oh, you want to bet on it? Because it's basically what I said. The Chiefs are not as good as people thought they were. I said it from the beginning of the season. I said as far as last year was concerned, they won a lot of games that you could have said gone the other way based on what referees did. I don't want to do that here and that, whatever. But let's look at it like this, guys. They're 5-5. They're a couple games behind Denver. They're behind the Chiefs. Even if they make it to the playoffs, as of right now, they're 1-4 on the road. They lost 4 games on the road. That means they're going to go on the road on all their playoff games. They're not going to be the Kansas City Chiefs from the last 5 years that have had home field advantage. So that's really hard to go on and say, no matter what they do. I mean, they do play in a cold stadium, so I don't want to say that the cold in Buffalo will hold them back or anything like that. But for them to be on the road, it's going to be really hard for them to win. And I mean, just like I said, they weren't the team that I expected them to be. I didn't think they were going to be as good as a lot of people thought they were. And they still got a couple teams that they got to play. Their record could be even worse at this point. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I don't see them winning 10 games this year. I see them as a 9-7 team.
Wow. Okay. I mean, hey, it's very possible they have definitely not played up to their standards. On the other hand, Cubberdy, we're going to come to you. The Broncos have been. They're on an 8-game winning streak, is their longest. Here's your professor's fact, since 2012, when Peyton Manning had won them 11 games in a row. What do you think?
Yeah, and you know that year, you know, you got the defense doing everything, and offense is doing what they need to do just to win the game. That's why I have May over Bo Nix in that quarterback class, because I think if the game's on the line, I trust May over Bo Nix. Not saying Bo Nix is garbage or anything like that, but he has a great defense to kind of lean on. As far as this game, Lamar has a good point with the Chiefs. I'm one of those where it's the Chiefs division. They're the ones who have to lose for someone to be the king, and they've been a king for so long. So I can't just be like, okay, they're gonna be garbage this year. But it looks like everything's catching up with them. You know, they're not the big bad wolf anymore. And if they don't get it right, because I believe right now they're not in the playoffs. They are out the playoffs right now. I think they're 2 games behind, and they're below the Chargers in the standings, just within the division. So, you know, the Chiefs better get together. If they don't, they're gonna be on the outside looking in. And when I say outside looking in, it's next to me on the couch watching the playoffs. So, but good win for the Broncos. Good win for them.
Peach.
Oh, Dion brought up the big bad wolf. Well, Dale today was the granny. He was probably like this all day long, back and forth. And that Denver defense, guys, is legit.
Yep.
And you Bo Nix stands, you're out of your mind if you think he's the reason you win games. It's that defense.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, get out of here.
And Lamar, you brought up that you didn't want to bring up the refs. They overcame the refs today, boys. Pick six, called back for a horrible illegal contact. 3rd and 20, converted because of a pass interference call. It was all day long, and they still overcame it. They kept them out of the end zone. Big win for the Broncos. They're going to win that division. And like you guys said, the Chargers are going to the Chargers. The Chiefs are going to have to go on the road in the playoffs. Let's see what they're made of.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they got to play a Colts team that's coming off of a bye next week. I mean, this team had 2 weeks to prepare for them. Injury, you know what I'm saying? So then they have Dallas after that, and Dallas can put up points. So who knows what's going to happen? I just don't see them being that team to be afraid of going into the playoffs.
One crazy thing. Oh, my bad. One crazy thing is that Andy Reid's record after a bye is ridiculous, and they lost.
Ridiculous
After a bye.
That's crazy,
So,
right? He was like 9-1 or something like that.
Crazy like that, yeah.
10-1 or 18 or something. Yeah, that's crazy. No, but you're right, Dirty Mojo. That is crucial that they're going to have to play the Colts next week. And as you mentioned, if they do have to go on the road to the playoffs, it's probably going to be the Buffalo, and they're going to lose that game in the Colts. So, hey. All right, maybe we're seeing a changing of the tide in the AFC here with a switch from Kansas City. But as long as Patrick Mahomes is in the league, we can never count the Kansas City Chiefs out. Tonight we have Sunday Night Football, gentlemen. Lions, Eagles, a 2.5. Eagles, are 2.5 favorites at home. The over/under here is 46.5. Peach, we're going to start with you. Who is your winner and your score?
I'm gonna say the Lions win because they can score, and the Eagles have been having a tough time on offense. And I'm gonna say it's gonna be close though, 28-24 Lions. They're gonna outscore the Eagles and get that big win. And if they don't, guess what, gentlemen? The Bears are in first place in the North if the Eagles can somehow beat the Lions. How crazy is that? That's crazy right there, gentlemen.
That is crazy. Also crazy is that Dan Campbell and the Lions have not beat the Eagles since Dan Campbell got there. So they have not beat the Eagles. So if they do, then do what you say, then they would be flipping the tide on that one. The Eagles, by the way, have 4 turnovers only this season, the fewest in the NFL, and they're fewest in 9 games in season history. Dirty Mojo, what are your thoughts?
Based off what you said, but even still, this game is at Philadelphia. I do like Philadelphia at home tonight. I do think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Nothing against the Detroit Lions. You know, I know Dion hates this. This is my second favorite team. But I just think that
no one likes that here. No one.
I was going to say, Dion's not the only one.
I know that's why I brought it up.
2 teams.
That's why I brought it up. But no, I do like Detroit Lions, but for tonight's game, I like Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know what it is. For some reason, they're just finding these little ways to win. They're a well-coached team. They find their ways to win. It's gonna be a low-scoring game. If I say a 16-13 Philadelphia.
Wow, very low scoring. Okay.
But what we're forgetting is AJ Brown is going on podcast or lives and talking trash.
Yeah,
I mean, something's about to blow with that guy.
But we heard
yours has been incorporated.
TO 2.0 for the Eagles right now, guys.
Did he tell everybody on his Instagram or Twitter to trade him or
drop him in fantasy? I was like, motherfucker, I'm not dropping you. I drafted you in the 3rd round. Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker.
He actually went on a Commanders fans live, Janky Rondo, talking trash. He was like, my family's doing good. You see, I'm not doing good. I mean, it is like, it's like, dude, you're winning. Like, come on now.
I'm with you. I'm with y'all, and I'm with you, Dirty Mojo, as well. Eagles at home, I think they're going to take this game. The Lions are my team to represent the NFC, but I just think the Eagles here at home should be able to take this victory. A field goal game is what I'm thinking. Not as low scoring as yours, but maybe like a 24-21, 21-18 score. Clubber D, what do you got on this one?
I'll give my unbiased opinion because I'm watching it right now. But I will say, from how it's starting already, look, I think I got the Lions winning this. I got the Lions winning 24-17.
24-17. All right, let's move it on to the Monday night game. Not that it's worthy talking about because the Raiders are going to get their ass whooped at home by Dallas. But Clubber D, what are your well, actually, hold on. Let me give you the over-under here. It is 3.5 favorites are Dallas on the road. That's what I think. They are the better team. The total over-under is 50.5. Clubber D, what do you got?
I got Dallas. They're going to win, we'll say 35-14.
All right, Dirty Mojo.
Take the over, and I got the Raiders winning 35-30.
Wow, I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm also taking the over, but I'm not taking the Raiders. We're going to lose by at least 10 points. Peach, what you got?
35-17 Cowboys, but
That's about
your
right.
boy Brock
That sounds
Bowers
about
going to
right.
score both of the touchdowns.
Hey, that's good for the Booms fantasy prospects, so I'm not mad at that at all. And gentlemen, I know we got to go.
Wait. When did you get Brock Bowers? You got him in a trade? I thought he was on what's his name's team.
Well, I'm in multiple leagues. You act like I'm only in one league.
My bad.
You
I'm
can have
only
him
in
in
one
another
league. My bad.
Yeah, no, I'm
See,
in
he
3
does
leagues.
like
I
2
can-
teams. See that, Lamar? He lies.
Look at that.
It's a
Oh, I
two-team.
did. I like 2 fantasy teams. You're right. Yeah. All right. Before we go, these were the 3 big games on college yesterday. 31-30, Texas A&M to keep their playoff positioning. Alabama getting Oklahoma to come into their home field and beat them 23-21. And then Dirty Mojo, your Georgia Bulldogs with a complete demolishing of Texas, whose only hope now is to win out and beat Texas A&M if they want to make the playoffs with 3 losses. Dirty Mojo, you're shaking your head. Let's go with you first. Any thoughts on these games?
My boys were dominant from the start of the game. I love the call from Kirby Smart when we scored the touchdown to go up 21 to 13 with the onside kick. What a brilliant, gutsy call by him. We are
now. Don't you think it was a stupid place to use it though? Because y'all were up so big. I would have saved that for the playoffs.
No. Because if you look at it, no. Because if you look at what happened, we had to go for it on 4th down twice that drive, and we got him.
Okay,
We got those 2 4th downs. So there was some momentum with Texas. I'm not going to take that away from them. So for us to get that touchdown to go up 21-13, and then get the onside kick and score again, that just completely took them out of the game. They didn't want any more to deal with us, man. So I'm really proud of my boys, man. Go Dogs. We got Charlotte next week that we should win, and then we got a tough game against Georgia Tech in 2 weeks, which is going to be a really tough game. It's going to be in Atlanta. It's going to be a fun game to watch. As far as the other games, I don't know if anybody else wants to touch in on this. That cop needs to be suspended.
Oh my God, what was that?
He should never be allowed on the sideline again for Texas A&M at all. He should not be allowed. He should not be one of the officers that are on the field for them. But I think Shane Beamer, I think that's it for him. You cannot be up 30-3 against the number 3 team in the nation and fucking lose 31-30. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do. I think he was out of there anyways, but I'm waiting for that call, just like we had the last couple weeks. The next day, as far as coaches getting fired.
Hey, you might call it. He might be out the night. He might be out tomorrow.
I called it the other day. I knew Oklahoma was going to beat Alabama. Oklahoma they're really hot right now. They're playing really good ball. Alabama has a cupcake next week, but mark my words, they have to go to Auburn, and they have to win that game to stay in playoff contention. I'm gonna take Auburn. Put your money on Auburn that fucking game, bro.
There you go. What up, Big Rube? Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Love you. All right.
Rube.
Hey, Peach, any thoughts on these games?
What a bad weekend for the Longhorns, huh? They get stopped, and then Oklahoma wins too. And Arch Manning, where's Jake at now? Can we talk about Arch Manning? Because, like I said,
good.
Overrated right now. He better
deer
stay
in headlights.
Yeah, he's got to stay at least one more year. There ain't
no
no draft this year.
Oh yeah,
ain't no draft for him this year, guys.
Yeah, he needs one. He needs one more year of seasoning at least. Cupboardy, any thoughts on any of these games, or maybe your tech cookies?
We had our fantasy football draft out in Vegas. I watched that whatever SEC thing on Netflix, and Shane Beamer was talking about his dad's legacy at Tech, Virginia Tech, and how he's built something down in South Carolina, and he loves it there. Doesn't want to leave. They love him, but you know, with all these high expectations coming into this year and the product we've seen on the field, you cannot be up on the number 1 team, like Lamar said, and have them come back and win. You can't. This is unexcusable. And now I don't even know if they're going to keep their quarterback. You know, is he going to transfer somewhere else, or is he going to, what's going to happen with him? He was supposed to be a superstar rent-a-car, but you know, he's looking like hot garbage. So it's going to be hard for South Carolina. As far as Arch Man, Peach, you said everything correct on him. Everybody was so high on him, and after that first game, I was like, man, is he hurt? Something wrong with his shoulder? And then he would struggle with certain passes against like lower opposition. And it's just like, man, this guy's not that dude, you know. And I was actually so happy that Alabama lost. So sick of them. I'm tired of them. Yeah. I'm just sick of Alabama.
I mean, they're still going to be in the playoffs, but yeah, you always love to
see them lose to Auburn. If they lose to Auburn, they might not make it, man. Because if they lose to Auburn,
well, you definitely know we're going to see 3 lost teams now, and especially with the ACC completely sucking and eating themselves by beating each other. The all you got is Virginia and Miami there, and
Mhm.
Miami can
Georgia
throw
Tech.
themselves out of a game at any time. Isn't Virginia Tech 3-7?
Georgia Tech.
Oh, Georgia Tech.
Georgia
And Georgia
Tech,
Tech.
yeah.
Thank you. I think so. Virginia.
But
Yeah.
Omar, I can tell you this. I can tell you this.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's stupid interception. Boy.
The only 3-loss team that would make it would be Alabama, but that would be if they lose to Texas A&M in the SEC championship. If they lose to Auburn, they're not going to be in the playoffs because you've
I don't know.
got teams.
We'll see.
Because listen, here's why: because you got teams like Miami, you got teams like
Trash.
even though they're trash, there's going to be an ACC championship game. Right now, there's no ACC championship. There's no ACC team in the playoffs as we speak right now. You can't lose this game to Auburn and expect to be a 3-loss team and have Georgia play Texas A&M in the SEC championship game. Even whoever loses that game, they're still going to make it. They're still going to be in the playoffs. That means that ACC team that wins that champion. Well, I mean, depending because you got who is it? Duke could probably fall into it because they only have one loss in the division. It's some crazy shit, but Miami could fall into it. James Madison as JMU as an at-large team could fall into it. If Alabama loses to Auburn in the Iron Bowl, Alabama will not be in the playoffs.
Okay,
Good.
we'll see. I don't think so. I think you're wrong there, but we'll see. Yeah. So, anyways,
they're the 11th ranked team right now. They got a cupcake. They're not going to move up any rank next week. They lose to Alabama. They lose to Auburn, who's not ranked. They're going to fall out of the top 15, bro. They're not.
I think the SEC is going to get in at least 5, possibly 6 teams.
Yeah, depending on what Vanderbilt is. If Vanderbilt beats Tennessee in 2 weeks, then yes.
Yeah. Well, Oklahoma stole somebody's spot, so. All right, cool. Well, that's it for Sunday Football Showdown this week, everybody. We really, really appreciate y'all tuning in. We hope that we gave y'all the best, recaps, games, picks, all this good stuff for your enjoyment. And make sure you tap in with everybody here, please. Shane Peachomania on X or Twitter is where you can find him, right? If the Bears fans want to come at you with a little bit of raucous, all right. Dirty Mojo does not want to be found, so do not find him anywhere. And
I'll have it next week for you guys. I'll have my Instagram next week.
Okay, you don't need to do that just for us. That's fine. And Clubber D, finally, you can find him at Clubber D on YouTube, TikTok. It's as well at the link tree at that QR code up at the top. You can find all of our social medias. Make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS. Hit that like button and go check out the watch party from yesterday that Clubber D and I did with the UFC fighters. It was really fun and awesome. Let's go around the horn. Everybody sign out. Peach, what you got?
Hey, man. Hey, great job today, Omar. You almost pitched a perfect game. Just gave a one-hitter with the Max Hedron. But hell of a job hosting today. Thank you, my friend. Hey, love all you guys. Let's come back. Let's do it again next week.
All right. Dirty Mojo, anything?
Hey, great guy. I was seeing you guys again, man. Sorry, my stuff was going in and out again. I gotta figure out this what's going on with my stuff. But hey, Peach, next week I want to see what that Washington Capitals hat on. All right, man.
Yeah,
Because hey, man, I'm with you, man. I'm with you in the same way, man. I'm watching the mock drafts, man. Even though I got one, man, I'm watching the mock drafts. Started already early. But love you guys, man. I can't wait to see you guys next week, man.
And what level of internet would you have to have in order for the PlayStation to affect your broadcasting needs?
I don't know, but I did my speed test. Oh god, I did a little speed test thing. I'm like getting like 700 and fucking shit. I don't know.
You ain't moving right now, buddy. You ain't moving right now. Peach, what was that? You had a box of Obies over there? What was that?
Obio, yeah. There you go.
Oh, nice. That's super
Bring it
cool.
out. Bring it out.
Edition. Clubber D, anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, one thing, like I said, check out the stream that me and Omar did. That was pretty fun. Fight watch party. Second, Peach, you're Wizards fans. Show them some Wizards some love. Let's get Alex Zar.
I'm not. Yeah, the young guys are playing well. They're not winning games. They're not ready to win yet. But yeah, I'm happy with the Wizards for sure. They got.
And you know what the smartest thing was bringing in 2 veterans like Chris Middleton and what's the other one? I'm blanking. Help me, Peach.
Middleton and
the other veteran.
Chris Whitney.
No, Chris Whitney. I wish.
Who's Chris Whitney?
What?
Former Bullet.
Yeah,
Bullet. No, that's way back in the day. Yeah. Okay.
Robert Patton.
Anyways, y'all got 2 veterans, Chris Middleton and another one. But anyways, that was very smart to bring them in with all the young guys to help them, get better. So, wow. What about Wemby and the Spurs, y'all? That's crazy.
Hold on. One last thing before I go.
Yeah, go ahead.
By Wednesday, James Franklin will be Virginia Tech's new head coach.
Ooh,
Oh,
Wednesday.
wow. Prediction. You heard it here first. As,
He's been there all week. They've been negotiating. They were there all week. My inside
Insider
source negotiating the
information.
money and
There you
everything.
go.
He will be
like it.
coached by, I will say Wednesday, and then it will merge two negatives that can't win a big game to make another negative. And he being mad for the season again. That's what it'll be.
Hey, I'm gonna one up him. It's gonna be Tuesday at noon.
Woo,
Just a
the
one
one
up.
up.
I think it might be Tuesday at 11 o'clock.
It's a good thing too, Dion, because a lot of those Penn State guys will fucking leave and come back to Virginia Tech.
Yeah, he's great. He's a great
kids from
recruiter.
Virginia.
He's a great recruiter.
And he got a lot of guys from Virginia, so they might come back and be close to home.
Stole tons of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, you only get this breaking news here on Sunday Showdown at Ball and Buds. Make sure you subscribe, BALLAND BUDS. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We love all the fans, and we will see you next week as well. Don't forget, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Boxing Champs Fight Pick Group, Skywalker Boxing Media, Josh from 86 Boxing, Poppy. Oh, go ahead, Clever D. I was about to
know. We got no one. The one and only heavy on the Poppy, light on the Yayo. None other than Poppy Chun Yayo will join us.
Hey, Yayo, we out. Holla.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure foe. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this mic pro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Introducing the Ball and Bud 703 Boys Crew, Clubber D, Dirty Mojo, Shane Peach, and the Sports Professor. Welcome to Sunday Showdown.